Abu Garcia is a name that everybody knows in the bass fishing industry. They've been around for a long time and have been known for creating some awesome products. And in this case, we're going to be talking about the Abu Garcia Vendetta, which is no exception to that line of great products. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alrighty, so the specific model I have here, which we're going to be covering the specs for, this one is a 7-foot medium fast rod. The lure weight is 3/16 to 5/8 ounce. The line weight is 6 to 12 pounds. This is a 2-piece rod. They come with 8 with tip guides, and the MSRP is going to be around $90. As for versatility goes, this is actually my best friend Jake. This is his rod. When I worked at Bass Pro Shops, he came into the store one day and said, listen, I need a rod that is going to cover, a bunch of different fish when we go out on fishing adventures, because he was borrowing my gear. So this is the rod I got him. Based on where he lives, I knew he was going to be doing majority bass fishing, but I also knew when you fish with me, you really don't know what fish you're going to target. So sometimes we'd go out for on the jetties and go out for rockfish. We'd go out maybe for some like big crappie, or we'd go out maybe for some smaller mid-sized catfish, right? He doesn't know what he's going to hook into when he's fishing with me. So I got him something that would kind of cover a large variety of things. I think a 7-foot medium action rod or a medium heavy is going to pretty much cover majority of your fishing needs, especially in bass fishing. A 7-foot medium is going to cover almost everything. So for those of you that are looking for a, spinning rod that is going to cover a ton of different stuff, if you want to just bring one rod with you wherever you're going, a 7-foot medium is going to be a great option for that. This rod is perfect for, Senkos, smaller swim baits, jerk baits, and just all around bass fishing applications. However, I wouldn't use really big stuff with this, obviously, like heavy jigs, big spinner baits, stuff like that. As for durability, this is one of the strongest aspects of this rod. This rod is incredibly durable. It's another reason why I got this rod for him, is because I knew we were going to be out on the rocks. We were going to be just in a lot of really weird places fishing, and I knew I needed to get him something that was going to hold up. These rods are super durable, but what's nice is the durability doesn't take away from that sensitivity. It's a really nice balance in the middle of that. Yeah, these rods are absolute tanks. When I was younger, I had one of these, and I used to bike to all the ponds around my area with it, and man, I tripped off my bike a couple times, and I cannot believe this rod never failed on me. It was awesome. So yes, A+ on durability for these guys. As for looks and function, the new model looks a lot different than this one does. This is like the previous model. They're both function the same way. However, the new model looks a little bit different, but overall, they're both really good looking rods. I do really like the black-red combo. The only problem is it doesn't really match up with any reels, but I know some of you don't care about that, so it doesn't really matter. But I do like the black and red combo. I think it looks pretty nice. Yeah, overall, looks and function-wise, great setup. The rod, in my opinion, doesn't need to look as pretty as the reel. I think the reel is what needs to really shine and look great. And I think this does its job. I think, a mostly all black rod does look pretty dang cool. As for feel, I love the feel of this rod. It's a great rod. It's not the most sensitive rod I've ever used compared to like my 13 fishing Omen Black. It's definitely nowhere near as sensitive as that rod. However, this rod is a lot more durable than the Omen Black. So like I said, you're going to get a little bit more of a balance between the two on this. But for majority of your applications, it's still going to work. If you're fishing a Senko, you're still going to feel a lot of the bites with this thing. It's going to be great for that. I actually think in a case where you're fishing like a pond with Senkos or something where you don't need like a ton of sensitivity, right? You're not fishing drop shots or something ultra finesse. I think this is a perfect rod for that because it's a little bit more on the durable side than it is the more sensitive, for instance, like the Omen Black. So I think this is actually a great rod for ponds and situations where you need just a tank rod that, if you hook up a fish and he takes you in grass, this rod's going to get it out versus the Omen, and you're still going to get a decent amount of sensitivity with it, which is really nice. Now we're gonna go over price here. For $90, this is a steal. I think for anyone that is either A, getting into bass fishing, or B, just needs to add a new rod to their arsenal and needs a sturdy, nice all-around rod, this is a fantastic option. For $90, there's been so many models of the Vendetta through the years, and they've really perfected this rod, and I think for $90, there's very few rods that are beating this one out. A lot of people that came into Bass Pro said, hey, you know, I want a rod and reel combo for $150 that's gonna pretty much catch me, you know, a bass on almost any type of lure. I need an all-around setup. This and the Shimano Sedona, those two went together so nice, it's not even funny. Bass Pro also does combos. I don't know if they do combos on this rod, but you can request a combo, for instance, with like a Bass Pro brand reel, and you can get like a chunk of money off from the combo. So I know a lot of people did that and they saved some money on a combo as well. As for pros and cons, the old one had kind of a weird handle. If you guys notice here, you'll hear the clicking. You hear that clicking? It was like a clicking reel handle. It was kind of weird. It locked in really nice on the reel. However, it just wasn't the most comfortable to hold that big bulky thing. However, on the new one, they actually just fixed that. So you don't have to worry about that on the new model. That's the only con that I can think of. I will say I am more of a natural cork guy versus like the EVA foam, but obviously this still works fantastic. No complaints on that. I'm giving this a Humbug rating of 7.5. The reason why it's not a little bit higher is just because if that sensitivity was just a little bit better, I would definitely go up to maybe an 8.5 or an 8 on this. But overall, still an amazing rod for the money. Absolutely love this setup. If you guys want to see two reels that would pair up incredible with this rod, I will put them right here for you guys. Comment down below if you guys want to see another product being covered, or if you've got any questions, leave a comment below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys next time.